Hi guys, how are you? It's so good to be back. I'm just so happy to be with you guys. You guys know these are crazy times, but we are in a good position, and I refuse to ever have one more wrinkle from Donholios and his crew. I refuse to give in. So welcome everybody. I know that some of you guys are making your way over from my old channel, Queen's Tarot. This is the new channel, Quiet Like the Forest. We love it here because it's nice and fresh and pure and clean, and I don't get those weird glitches. I don't have those weird algos, knock on wood, but it's a really pure, fantastic place, and I love the inspiration that came with Quiet Like the Forest because, you know what, I didn't know if I was going to make it back here. It was a really rough year. My first live that I did, I talked about that in more detail. But I knew that the new channel had to be different, and I wanted the essence of it to be a touchstone that anybody could grasp at any time when they're feeling crazy, overwhelmed. Like, I can feel you guys out in ethers just kind of freaking out sometimes. But if you just breathe and we go to that space of being quiet and safe and still like the forest, that's where we are safe and grounded and connected to earth, and we make it our way kind of out of this information asymmetrical war that we're part of. And I love, have you guys seen the Fairytale moon out tonight, conjunct Venus at the sunset? It is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. So let me check in with you guys. I would like to chit chat a little bit more with you. We have stuff to catch up on. I'm like, obviously have this cold. I apologize for the sniffles. So the other day I was having a hangover and coming down with the cold, and that's why I just felt so like junk. So my goodness, look at all you guys. So just a second. Okay, let's get back up here to this chat. Hi, you guys. Hi, Amy. Hi, Jules. Apple. Woot, Ellen. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Gretchen. I'm glad that you're here. Hi, Nicole. I'm so happy to be here. Carolyn. Hi. Teresa, Nancy, Paisley. She says, hi, Regina, because in that first live I did, I was like, you guys, y'all know what the my name is, the Latin meaning of queen, which is Regina, ergo Queen's Tarot. Hi, Teresa. I am one. Louisa. Lola wee. Hello, Connie and Court. Oh, this just jumped on me again. Anyone else still in recovery mode from Thanksgiving? Hi, Rosie, Just Joy, Roselle. Real crazy now. Conflict everywhere. South Korea. I don't know what's going on with France. Kind of. South Korea happened just on time. And you guys, this is actually a good sign with Pluto Aquarius. And I will tell you more about that. Why is he going to Paris? I do not know. Why is he going to Paris? We can, who knows? Hi, Carrie. Love Mother Earth. Happy Wednesday, PM Ryan, J. Jane. Hi, Just Joy, Connie B, Marie. You, Marie, did you miss anything? We're just getting started. I'm trying to get caught up with you guys. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm so glad to be back here as well. I know, Jules. That's waking up to that CEO of United Healthcare. I'm like, oh my gosh. Just really. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Nancy. Okay. There we go. There we go. So if you have a chance, please hit that like button. I am so happy to say I'm over 500 subscribers. Yay! Because that's one of the criteria that you're able to start monetizing. I did that one. I did the one with the videos. And now I have to get up to 3,000 hours of public viewing, which are the, I think those are the lives. So we all watch this one and watch it again. And maybe again, I will cross that threshold. But I'm halfway there. I'm about 15 hours. I'm so 1,500 hours, supposed to have about 3,000. And I'm just not really sure how they count those hours because it doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, neither here nor there. I'm just very happy that we're just kind of chugging along. It's just been a couple weeks. Okay? Hi. Yay, Patty. I'm so glad you're here. Love Mother Earth. We'll watch it 5 times. Thank you. Would I ever do a TikTok, Jules? I don't think so. It just freaks me out that all that data goes to the China. I just cannot even. And I know that if I were on TikTok, I would really, really like it. I probably would never get up from wherever I am because just the little bit that I see looks pretty amazing. So we're just going to stay here for now. Okay? Trump is going to go see Notre Dame. Oh, jeez. So he can tell his friends how to set it afire again? Okay. Yeah, it's so addictive. Okay, so we are experiencing a lot of Pluto Aquarius fallout. I mean, for some of you guys, I know you guys watch a lot of readers, beyond all the crazy, crazy aspects that we're having, and Mars going retrograde tonight, Neptune going direct, this, on top of this new moon Sagittarius, this new moon Sagittarius is right at the midpoint of the September 17th eclipse and the Pisces eclipse. When you calculate the midpoints, that's why this energy on top of it, we are in eclipse trigger energy. And I find it so interesting that I'm sick, that last eclipse, I was in Athens during that full moon eclipse. But when I came home, I was really sick with this sinus infection because I was with my cousins running around Rome, dehydrated, no sleep, blah, blah, blah. My cousin comes back into town, into Chicago, running around Chicago, crazy, no sleep, blah, blah, blah. I'm sick again. So it's just, these things are linked, and it's just, this one isn't as severe as last time, but clearly I have some work to do on getting the junk out and the grossness out. He just invited himself. Of course he did. Oh, and they have to talk into code. Well, at least we have our code set up. Okay, so there's something else I have to show you guys. So we are on our path with the Pluto in Aquarius, and there's one thing I don't think anybody else is talking about because it was a giant synod that we triggered, and it was the Pluto-Jupiter square. I need to talk about those two things, okay? We're going to go back. I think the second live that I did was about Pluto and Aquarius. Been there, done that. Because our nation, we declared our independence in 1776. In 1777, Pluto went into Aquarius. And now, it took 3 transits for it to go into Aquarius for good. Around that first Pluto Aquarius, I think Benjamin Franklin had gone overseas, and the French, our oldest ally, recognized the United States as an independent nation, okay? But Pluto in Aquarius, it is about the rebellion, okay? Just the absolute quest for freedom and not being held down anymore. So we go back to our Revolutionary War with this, and it was our history. Now remember, we've had our nation has been reborn again with our Pluto return, but it's in our cosmic DNA to overcome a king, to overcome slavery, okay? Those are some really important things. And wow, stick a pin in that with POTUS being in Angola, because even that is playing out. Did you guys know he was in Angola? I mean, the news, nobody's covering this. Get some zinc chewable tablets. That sounds good. Okay. So, okay, these are my notes I've been taking the last 2 days. I'll get to that later. But let's just talk about this Pluto in Aquarius. I'm going to just remind you guys why we're on our path and why this is going to work out. So there were 3 transits of Pluto into Aquarius back in 1777. The final, this is 2024. I didn't record all 3 of them. I have the first chart and the third chart, 1778. Okay, so Pluto in Aquarius right now, 3 times, 2023 to 2024. And the thing that was so glaring, freaked out when I looked at this, was that in this 1777 Pluto Aquarius, at the top of the chart, you know, the midheaven, what's in the skies, the news, what dominates this Pluto into Aquarius, we had asteroid Troemper, Trump, conjunct the midheaven, okay? And with Chiron in the 10th house, that is a wound that we're going to have to deal with, okay? So first Pluto in Aquarius, yes, we're rebelling, we're having our independence, but here's the war, here's our north node where we're going, holy crap, you guys, I just saw that. I need a pencil. Oh my God, this is so good. So the ascendant, the thing that gives us life to this chart, it has to do with our vitality, who we are in relationship to the world. We have the ascendant at 21 degrees Cancer, the north node, our destiny, in this first house, 23 degrees Cancer, okay? 23 degrees Cancer at our Pluto return was right here at 23 degrees Cancer. So our Pluto return in 2022, our nation reborn, has it in her destiny to get this correct. But remember, this is also Donald's Saturn. So he comes up here and here, okay? It's just crazy how much he comes up, and that it, you know, we're capturing it back again to 2022, being reborn with kind of this same conflict, okay? But jump ahead, 1778, Pluto's final transit. Dun, dun, dun. This is where Uranus is right now at the top of the chart, the midheaven, 25 degrees Taurus. Uranus, that planet, it's a pressure reliever. It gives way. It's also the modern ruler for Aquarius, seeking freedom, the rebellion, the visionary. So, and Taurus is a fixed sign, fixed in our values, fixed in what we do. Earthy sign, I'm not budging, but Uranus makes Taurus kind of give that up. So last time, Troemper is conjunct the MC, the first Pluto Aquarius, the last transit. Look what is conjunct the midheaven? Asteroid Biden. So it's like, yes, Trump is a wound, but guess who's going to clean it up and take care of it is Biden. Now, Troemper asteroid is over here, but it's like Biden has the last say. He was our bridge to our Pluto return. It was the Scorpio lunation in 2022 that bridged the United States to her Pluto return ever so gently. Biden is a Scorpio, okay? And so, and here's Troemper again. The North Node now 8 Cancer, that is his Mercury. So you got this all? You got this all? So this is then. Now, the other thing I saw with this to our Pluto Aquarius is right now, and our final Pluto Aquarius the other day, which has just really shaken up. It has shaken up the globe, especially in the past week. And I keep hearing different podcasts, different news, different commenters saying, it's just really weird. These things just happened like in the past week. I'm like, yeah, they've been kind of set up that way. But here's the thing. Remember, Trump is our wound. From, whoop, whoop, where'd you guys go? Just a second, you guys. Just a second. I lost you because my battery died on my laptop. So I just got to wait for that to come back. So anyway, Troemper, this is the wound that would always be in the skies. He, as a plutocrat, he's a Nazi. All that stuff he represents is going to be part of the fight going to our future. But guess what? The final Pluto Aquarius. You guys can't believe this. Remember, Chiron is the asteroid, the wound, the wounded healer. It's the wound that only one you can only heal yourself. You can see a billion healers. It doesn't matter. You're the one who has to heal this wound. Pluto Aquarius. I know you can't read this. Where are we now? I just can't believe this. Chiron here is 19 degrees Aries, 43 minutes. Chiron here is 19 degrees, 38 minutes. So not only are we having this Pluto Aquarius final, we are still working on this wound. This is the eclipse point from the American solar eclipse last year. Do you get what I mean? That went straight through the heart of our nation. So this wound that we have to heal got some mojo because it's been eclipsed, and now we are going to figure out different ways to heal that. Are you guys getting this? Okay, I got to log in, see where you are. I can't see you right now. So this is just the platform for Pluto and Aquarius, and it's not that it's just us that's experiencing it. It is every person, everyone around the globe, every living thing feels this. In fact, even our trees, even, the Earth's crust, things are going to start giving ways in different forms. This is such a massive change coming off of all the huge changes that started in 2020. I said in 2020, we broke the timeline. It was like a new era. The history books will refer to 2020, 2022 as a break in the timeline, and they will refer it to something else. Like, how you have the Jurassic Age, you have the Industrial Age. This is a new age on top of all that. Okay, my computer is booting itself. I can't see you. I'm going to get a drink of water. I need some Jeopardy music. Okay, so you know what? Let's grab some cards. I am very curious about this Pluto Aquarius, this wound then that we were faced with. Where's my before? My before tarot. Before, what happened right before? So, foresight. Look at what's on the top of the deck as I pull this out. Whenever I pull out my decks, that's always a clue for like the next reading that I do. Here we have the Seven of Swords, the wound of stuff being stolen. Okay, wait. I still don't see you. Where are you? Are we here? I think I need a new computer. What's going on? Okay. The wound and Troemper. So what's this wound from before that we are going to have to deal with all the way to now? In the skies, this is the wound. This is the wound. Oh, this is the wound. I need to grab an astrology card because I want to know that, like, the essence, the context of this with Troemper. My astrology, I love these cards. They just give me so much. Oh, the North Node, where we're headed to. Okay, so the context of Troemper with that Pluto Aquarius for the next 200-something years. Holy crap. Aries, I am going to steal an election. I kid you not. So, the context, we had theft already at the bottom of this. 5 of Pentacles, leaving people out. I'm getting like voting rights, your rights in general. There's always someone is left out. We can't quite get everybody in. Somebody is left out. Oh, there you guys are. So, the wound, 19 degrees, Aries. The 6 of Wands, the celebration. These are allies. I feel like these are also, like allies, people overseas coming from the patriarch, the matriarch, coming from, we're going to a democracy, okay? We're having success with that, being able to establish that here and abroad and break free. Okay, there's a lot of collaboration going here. And with that wound carries Knight of Wands. People charging forth, having the leadership to do this. And having a lot of resources to be able to assert yourself in that regard. The wound. Wow, this 4 of Cups reversed. The wound, being able to get up and do it. So these higher ideals that we want to do, people are still getting left out. We can't quite get them integrated. And then, we broke ourselves away from a king. And here again comes the king. Okay? So that is in 1777. Now, that is the wound at Aries, 19 degrees. That we just had our eclipse at. It has just returned. This is crazy. You know what? I'm going to leave. Oh, I lost it already. So, now this is in the 12th house. This is our wound that we're healing from then to now, what we're tasked with. This is in the area of secrets and hidden enemy. Oh boy. So I have the after tarot. Okay? Afterthoughts. Oh, my nose. Ha! Look what we have here on the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Wands. A new start, a new beginning. Full of fire, full of gusto, ready to go and attack this. So in the 12th house, these need to be shuffled a little bit. How are you guys doing? Hi, you guys. Writing you from Putterland. I'm sorry to hear that. There are so many problems going on, you guys. Okay. The Chiron, the wound now that we're tasked with. What is it? The wound, this feels more like it has more success potential on it. Because it's the secret. The hidden enemy that we unleash. The hidden enemy that we unleash. The hidden enemy that we unleash. Hidden enemy that we does not want to be seen. I can't grab this card. I can't grab that card. The Page of Cups. Young people, young persons, revitalized enthusiasm, a real kind of rejoicing kind of feeling. Optimism for the new. Because we are reborn as a nation on top of it. The context of this. Uranus genius. Remember I said that this Uranus was at the top of the final Pluto and Aquarius that had Biden at the top, and he's going to unleash something. This is happening right now, you guys. I keep seeing this with POTUS, with what he's doing with the NATO, and remember, it's here, that's hidden, okay? So now our final Pluto in Aquarius, the secret here, the wound that we're healing, it feels like it's not so much a wound that hurts so much, but it's that we're on the transformational side of it, like we're on the other side of this. The Six of Cups. Children, oh my God, children taken, the past. Okay, I can't look at this. I just, Six of Cups, the damages to children, young families, migrants, the exploitation of them. The Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords. I just feel like this is the secret, you know, the plan to take children, and then the Knight of Swords. I'm like feeling like that's kind of like the fight, the information war, the asymmetrical war. It's also like the GOP that's always moving the goalposts. You know what I mean? Gaslighting. So this is the wound, the secret. It just feels like we're so on the cusp of breaking this. And the hidden enemy, the hidden thing we're going to unleash onto that, the Empress and the Four. Oh boy. So the Empress, we've got plenty of a stockpile of things to deal with this, plenty of evidence, plenty. This is often associated with the rusher, who is quite barren. But it's like we have the equipment, and the Four of Swords. This is like telecoms. This is information. Ace, 2, 3, 4. The middlemen who 4, 5, 6. The middle people who, you know, make this happen. We have a ton of information about them, how they're going about their business, and this is the context. I don't know what we're unleashing. There's going to be some rapid changes related to that. So we are dealing with this Pluto and Aquarius thing and a ton of fallout, which I want to talk about. How are you guys doing? Marie, Queen, what's the timeline for this? This is happening right now. This is the ongoing thing we're dealing with right now. Pluto in Aquarius is affecting the entire globe. And it's occurring at a critical square from 2022. This is why we're seeing some very peculiar things happening abroad, whether it's in Korea, Syria, the Russia. I don't know what's going on in France. But this is all happening. It's happening around the globe. Back in the 1770s, there was a lot of revolutionary things happening and wars, and I know there was stuff going on in the Russia. I think it was Catherine the Great. I think there was something going on with France, and they're rebelling. So it's like France, it's like everyone is doing their own thing again. It isn't just isolated to us. This is an entire global operation, okay? Lurking and listening, so fascinating. Thanks, Juno. Hello, roses and bees. Delphini, Aquarius is communication. Where is your anchor, comrade? Yeah, and with this Pluto Aquarius, with all the technology that we have developed, it is going to be revolutionary with where this is going beyond AI, and also having to go with defenses and transforming everything again. So this is the wound. Remember, these charts are the wounds for the United States. When we had the first Pluto ingress into Aquarius in 1777, where we were rebelling and saying we're not taking this anymore, Troemper was there, but he also represented the patriarchs and the kings we were trying to extricate ourselves from. To the modern war, the modern day Pluto Aquarius, for us, the United States of America, what it means of what we're going to heal. And we are in that process right now. It's been an ongoing process, okay? Yes, let's LFG. Yeah, Russia is nearing, it is not good for the Russia, you guys. It's not good, and I'm going to show you about that too. Delphinian recycles from 1776. The Constitution is 1787. Yes, that was ratified during our last Pluto Aquarius. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side. I had to talk about that. Okay, cross this off. Now, what is the best way to go forward? Because this stuff is happening everywhere. Okay, we're going to go to 2020. You guys know I said that is when we entered a new era. Besides the 6 eclipses, the like 6 synods that we had, it was a monster year with, with COVID on top of it. A lot of things happened that year. Pluto was still in Capricorn, but there was a Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which reset world power and structures of governments. This is when, the far right decided, hey, we can be seen in our movement and we're going to charge forth. Because this Pluto is real in Capricorn is really scorched earth. It did a lot of damage to our lands and the environment since 2008 when it entered Capricorn. Okay, it is just such devastating, widespread effects. And POTUS and Troemper really, with their rise, benefited from this. So we had that. The other thing we had, which is really important right now, was the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. That is the thing that gets rid of the Naazzzzziis. It takes them down, okay? Because the devastation of them, Pluto, here you have Jupiter coming in, the largest planet beyond the sun, with that gravitational force. Oh my gosh, it is such a powerhouse. With the optimism, the archer, it rules Sagittarius, coming in and saying, we're not doing that anymore, and blowing this to smithereens and resetting everything, okay? Jupiter takes 12 years to go around. And we are seeing this Jupiter cycle playing out right now with what's going on in Syria. Holy crap! Taking over Aleppo, that hurts my throat. This is a Jupiter cycle. But when you add Jupiter-Pluto to it, we're going to get rid of the Naazzzzziis. This started in 2020, and this happened at 24 degrees Capricorn. That's the degree that keeps taking out Donholios and his crap. That's the degree, the eclipse that got him impeached. Blah, 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 blah. So this happened at 24 degrees Capricorn. Does this make sense to you guys? I'm going on and on and on. Okay. Okay, you guys are getting in some deep stuff. Yes, everyone hit the thumbs up. Please, thank you. Lurking and listening. Okay, so we had, here. This is so exciting, this Jupiter-Pluto square. So, like I said, the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction in 2020 was at 24 degrees Capricorn, and it happened 3 times. Like everything else, it happens at 3 times. 2 times it was at 24 degrees Capricorn. So the planets move on their merry way. In 2023, we now have Jupiter squaring Pluto, because Jupiter moved on to 0 degrees Taurus. Pluto here, our first ingress of Pluto in Aquarius in 2023 was at 0 degrees Aquarius. And that was the great Pluto-Jupiter square. part of this larger, 13-year cycle of Jupiter-Pluto getting rid of the Naaaazzzzis, okay? So this point is set in stone. It's actually 0 degrees Aquarius in 18 minutes. And overnight, Pluto finally clicked at the 18-minute mark of this. So this week, with the Pluto into Aquarius, everyone's been talking about since November 19th, I was expecting some news about Naaaazzzzis. Not doing too well. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, very good. Marie Sutton, I can't figure out how this is going to go down without more unrest. There's going to be unrest around the globe. Okay, hold on to your pants. Okay, this is why we are going to stay steady here, and safe and quiet. Because everything is going on around us and swirling, we are going to be stable and steady. Okay, just a second. My dog, I think, wants to be let in. Come on in, doggy. Oh, it's you, Coco. Usually you don't come in here. My golden retriever's in here. It's not playtime, girly. Okay, so anyway. So we know that November 19th, I believe Pluto went into Aquarius. Did it? So it's been creeping along. Everybody's like, how did everything change overnight within 79 days, all of a sudden, blah, blah, blah. Well, what are all of a suddens that we have? Here's all my evidence. What I loved about this Korea coup, I know that sounds weird to say. So the Jupiter-Pluto square is that first step in we are standing up against and we are rebelling against the Nazi dictators. What happened this week? So the guy is like, hey, I'm going to have declare a military emergency. And the people rose up at this exact Pluto Aquarius, and they said no. This is the first step, okay? Show me those people saying no. This is so lovely. Sagittarius, I see. We happen to have a new moon in Sagittarius as well. This is a lot of hard work and thoughtful things. But it's where your faith resides as well. So that happened. And the people said, no. Just amazing how that happened. Is this the after? Which one's the after? I don't know which one's the after. Show me the people saying no. As it relates to the Pluto-Jupiter square. The people said, nope. 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 Here's the dictator. Oh, wait till you see this chart. Here's him. The Hierophant. Fives are hard. Fives also represent an unconventional government. If you want to think of orthodoxy, the church, oligarchy, okay? So the people are like, frick that. Luck is on their side. Wheel of Fortune, the timing of Pluto hitting that square, the people, Ace of Pentacles. Nope, this is where we are. This is our value. And we are here. It's a new beginning. There is no freaking way. We are not dealing with this devil. You are the devil. We see you. No, we're not going back. This is the guy, Ace of, holy crap. Remember how this Ace of Cups always used to show up with Donholios in his secret with the Russia? And he's like, I'm declaring an emergency. His challenge is getting it to stick. The Four of Pentacles, sitting on the people. Well, here is the thing. This new moon, Sagittarius and Sol, look at what they have. This asteroid, Athalia, she's associated with the coup. It's right they're in the 10th house for all to see, right on the cusp. But look at this. We have Venus at 23 degrees Capricorn. What did I say? The Jupiter-Pluto square was at 24 degrees Capricorn. So that is activated too. This guy, this is when he declares martial law. As soon as I saw this chart, I was like, it's Russia. Top of the chart, 22 degrees Taurus. Bottom of the chart, 22 degrees Scorpio. This is the cosmic fingerprint of the Russia influence and interference, because this is where they have Venus conjunct Pluto in their third house, like destroying agreements, destroying electronics, destroying conventional ways with their neighbors. Okay, so like to me, that not only had the Russia on it, it also has Donholios, because this is Donald's Mars. Show me, I want to see how Donholios and the Putzholio, my new word, Putzholio. It's Putin and Donholios, okay? Whoa, right. Yeah, 2025 is just crazy. So that's why we're staying quiet and still like a forest into next year. This is, oh boy, this is no time to, but you're going to like this next thing. Don't forget Mars retrograde. Okay. He declares martial law. Show me Putin's fingerprints on this. The context of Putin, Russia. North Node, life's purpose. Yes, there was purpose in that, and we wanted that to happen. The New World Order. Oh, yeah. New World Order, 10th house, the world in the skies that everybody would see. The New World Order. The Nine of Cups. That is Donholios and Elonia. Donholios and Elonia. And what is that guy doing on Twitter today? He is like suspending accounts and closing accounts down today. He shut down the United Armed Air Forces of Ukraine on the Twitter. He locked Jackie Singh's, she's like an intel investigator talking about the election. So no wonder, I'm like, why does Elonia, what is he scared of? It's this global mob. What else? So Donholios and Elonia, lovers, the lovers card with the Russia. This is why that guy did that. He only won his election by 0.8%. I mean, how common is that? The context of Donholios on the ascendant giving life to this. What does he represent? He represents... Oh, I am telling you guys, this Virgo, this is, you like that Pegasus spyware, NSO Pegasus spyware. What was the live that I just did? Was it the Pluto into Aquarius? I think so, because what was at the top of the chart for the United States with our ingress was NSO Pegasus spyware, POTUS, literally like going to war against this, because we have something that counteracts this, okay? So Donholios, the spyware, giving life to this chart. The Knight of Cups, he definitely supports it. And it's a conspiracy. The Three of Pentacles, by design, this was planned. And notice, he declared the emergency with martial law. The asteroid Athalia is here in the 6th house of military. But now we have Pluto in Aquarius there, which is triggering this square of getting rid of the Naazzzzziis, saying, nope, show me this guy with his coup. His coup, the Fool, a new beginning. He was trying Show me the people with the Pluto 0 Aquarius saying no. I got it. Where is this? It doesn't want to come out. The Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a nation represented with leadership. The people said no to your idea. Isn't that crazy? Okay, you guys, we're going to take a quick little intermission break. I've been going for, I think, how long? A while. For like 45 minutes. So let's take a break. And we're going to come back. And I'm going to talk about that Mars retrograde. Oh, but there's so many other things. Okay. But you don't mind watching it like 3 times, do you? Okay. So remember, this is going to run for about 3 minutes. Okay, so break. 3 minutes. Be right back. If you guys are stressed out, go grab an ice pack and I'll tell you what to do with that. Okie doke. We are back. There's just so much I want to tell you guys. I don't mean to overwhelm you, but like these are incredible times. I would also, how are you guys doing? Are you back? Lisa, is she asleep? Did my little thing put you to sleep? I hope not. Marie, my hands are magic. I love my hands. You know what, you guys? When I took my leave, I wasn't sure if I was going to come back. I looked down at my hands one day. I was like, oh, because I had 2 warts on my fingers. I'm just like, what is this? My poor hands. So you're not supposed to have that. You know what I mean? And it just really kind of freaked me out because I'm like, I got to take a break. This is just weird. And so as I was coming back, they were starting to go down, and they're pretty flat right now, which just makes me so happy, so happy. Yes, spill it all. Okay. Overwhelm us. It's okay. Good. Came in late and was stuck on the wrong channel. Well, you're welcome to stay here, Janine. Okay. So, this new moon in Sagittarius, remember, when did that happen? Where's my new moon in Sag? I've marked up December 1st. So on December 1st, this is relevant, we had a new moon in Sagittarius. This is the first time, the very first time, I'm sorry, I'm going to burp. I grabbed some dinner. Excuse me. The first time since 2007, we had a new moon in Sagittarius without Pluto in Capricorn. Okay? 2007. That is how many years? It's about 17 years. 17 to 18 years. Get this. So that new moon in Sag in 2007, I think it was in November, the North Node, where we're headed to, was 0 degrees Pisces. Okay? Right now, and you know the nodes, the North Node and the South Node, it's opposite. They travel in pairs and they travel backwards because it has to do with the precession of the precession. I can't think of it. The precession of the equinoxes, is that it? You guys know what I'm talking about. So they travel backwards. And so right now, the North Node, I think, is at like Aries 2, and the South Node is Libra 2. So the North Node, that's where you're headed. That's where you're going. Like a new moon, for this duration, you're planting new seeds, new intentions of where you're going to grow and become. Because the North Node represents more the Northern Hemisphere and the sun going into the Northern Hemisphere for the eclipses. The eclipses are related to this, okay? And the South Node is more related to things you can't see. And because the South Node is more of a full moon, these are things that have been realized. These are the things that you are releasing, okay? So North Node is kind of destiny-ish. South Node is things that you're releasing, okay? So anyway, it is traveling backwards, and it's going to hit 29 degrees Pisces, Virgo, the North Node, in mid-January. Okay, so the node, on top of everything else happening, the nodes are shifting. 29 Pisces is the sun for the Republican Party. What is going to happen with them? I mean, aside from all of this stuff breaking through, they're going to get clobbered with this. How are they getting clobbered? This Republican Party come mid-January. What's the context of this? Part of fortune increases, reversed. They're on the decrease. This is diminishing. You're supposed to be rising up with a north node and being fueled. No, they are diminishing. That's nuts. So, look at that. POTUS has a surprise. Anyway, so this is the first time since 2007 we've had a new moon in Sagittarius without Pluto in Capricorn. Back then, the north node was 0 degrees Pisces. And in January, it's going to go to Pisces again. This is very important because 2008, we have Pluto in Capricorn. Nope. We're just going to state, I'm just going to share this bit with you right now, okay? Another reason why this new moon in Sagittarius just is so important. There's been nothing like it for a long time. Here's the other thing you have to know. 17, 18 years. That is like one full eclipse cycle. So it takes about, what is it? I want to say 2.5 years for the nodes to go through a sign, okay? But by the time the north and south node go through the entire zodiac, it takes about 9 years. But the next 9 years, it's like there's another complete cycle, but the nodes have flipped. So whatever was in like the north node the first 9 years, well, the next 9 years, it has the south node. So it's like you're building this stuff up for 9 years, and then the next 9 years, it's like we've realized that we got to kind of release some things before we go on again in the next 9-year cycle. So not only have we not had Pluto and Capricorn since 2007, we're also starting a totally brand new eclipse cycle. So whatever like had the dominating power north node, the plutocrats, the rusher, especially Putz, all that gets reversed. It's like they've unleashed all that stuff, and now we begin again. Especially around that year 2015. Donholios is on the rise. Putz is now helping Assad in Syria. 9 years ago, guess what? The nodes are going to flip. And wherever you were having success before, we're going to release it, and it diminishes. They've already peaked, is what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense? How are you getting stuck in? Yes. Nice to see you, Joji. Yes. Okay. Yes, it is time to pay the piper. They can't go back. Donholio and Putz, they went scorched earth, all of them, with the Pluto in Capricorn. I was expecting with this last retrograde in Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto had been in Aquarius in 2024. Then it had retrograded, I think, over the summer into Capricorn. And I was like, ugh, they're going to get their mojo back, because this is when they're the most intense, when they most strike. And I was worried they'd be able to pull something together, because Pluto would not go into Aquarius until after the election. Well, they pulled out all the stops and did whatever they could, not legal, to take over. And like that's been like a theme spreading around. So this is why the eclipse cycle I said was flipping. That's when Putz was helping Assad. What's happened since then? The nodes are flipping, and we've had a Jupiter cycle. They have nowhere to go, okay? Especially with this Pluto Aquarius square. I know everyone's talking about Pluto going into Aquarius, which is great and all, but it's also having this very important square that started in 2023. It's hitting that point, and that's where we took out the Naaaazzzzziis, okay? That's what Jupiter-Pluto does. So how are we seeing evidence of us rejecting the dictatory Nazis? I gave Korea as the example. But here's the thing. The GOP is inching towards this because of all the rejection they're giving to Donholios with the people that atrocious choices he has for his cabinet. I know Gates is out, that Hegseth gross guy is going to be out. Someone said there were 3 people that have been rejected. I don't know who that third person is, but I fully expect Cash to be rejected, okay? That's another example of how this hidden Pluto-Jupiter square is acting out and getting rid of dictatorial Nazis. Oh, this one, hello? I thought this was amazing. You won't hear this in the news. I just found out that Ukraine, so they have totally driven out the Russia out of the ports where Russia had their ships, their military out. I don't know which part of the sea, but in Ukraine, they have driven them all out. And not only have they driven them out, they've been able to establish a brand new shipping lane so that they can feed the world, because they are the world's breadbasket, the grain that they provide for the world. That's another sign, this Jupiter-Pluto getting rid of the Nazis. So that's what I have with that. Okay. Joji, can't wait to replay this. Very curious about the weekend. Connie was cooking. That's okay. I'm going really in depth into this stuff, but I just want to make sure we have this documented on how we're getting rid of the Nazis. Now, this part I'm excited about. Tonight we have Mars going retrograde. That happens every 2.5 years or so. I'm just going to say this right now, you guys. Watch your heart health. Watch your circulatory system. This is going to be hard on the heart. Another time we had Mars retrograde. I still always remember, I forget her name, the actress, very young, died of a heart attack. I think she was in Clueless, that dark hair, super cute. She had like a weird heart attack. This is hard on the heart. The energies get turned inward. You just have to watch those things and be slow and be gentle, okay? Wait till you see this, you guys. Oh, and I know I mentioned, you guys, grab an ice pack if you have one, because I want to tell you how you use it as a big stress reliever. Like, when you're in the grips of anxiety and fear and you like almost can't catch your breath, and you're just, especially like when you're watching the news, you get an ice pack and you hold it on your forehead and you hold it there for like 5-10 minutes, because the neural response pattern is the reaction to cold. It's like a physiological reaction that just automatically relaxes the body. Okay? So if you're freaked out watching the news, I wouldn't watch the news. But if you need to watch the news and are freaked out, grab an ice pack. Make sure you grab your ice pack, okay? Yes, it was Brittany Murphy. Yes, she had a lot of stuff going on. She was a Scorpio. Connie, you remember that because your son was 7? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this Mars retrograde. Like, this is another beautiful gift from the universe. So tonight, Mars is going retrograde, if it isn't already. And it is at 6 degrees Leo. This is USA North Node, our destiny. Oh, whoops. Here, can I move this down? Let's see if this works. USA. It is also POTUS's Pluto. He knows, and he knows what the destiny for the United States has to be, okay? And as a Scorpio, this is incredibly empowering for him. This Mars is parking here at 6 degrees Leo, and it's really giving him good time to steepen his ideas that he's had planned. He's actually been doing this for a while. Steepen it, see what's happening, and, come up with plans. I think this is in the USA 8th house of shared resources, like our allies. But anyway, so this is at 6 Leo. I'm going to show you, it's going to go all the way back to 17 Cancer, like in is it February 23rd? So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. And it'll retrograde to here. Now, you guys, this is what's so cool. At 23, DT's Saturn. At 25, this is his Venus. Okay? His Saturn, so as the world spins, it's like the Saturn always rises before his Venus. So it's like Saturn is that great blocker for Donholios to keep his money secret. Nobody can penetrate it. Anything about women, nobody can penetrate it. Anything about his family and his lineage, no one can penetrate it, because this is a lockbox. You cannot penetrate it because this gap is so small. It's at 24 degrees. But when we had the, what did I call it? The can opener eclipse in 2019. It was at 24 Cancer Capricorn. This was going to slowly open up this space where we would finally get to his taxes and everything, which we did at the end of, was it, when was it? At the end of, the election was in 2020. I think we got it in 2019, did we? I don't know. I think that's when we finally got his tax returns. But this space has been held open. Moreover, remember, in 2020, we had that Jupiter-Pluto conjunction at 24 degrees Capricorn that took out the Naazzzzziis. That has also opened up the space between his Saturn and his Venus. He hasn't been able to keep things so secret and under wraps. It's been opened, and it's been opened permanently. In fact, the day that the sun was 24 degrees Capricorn afterwards, that's the day he was impeached for the second time for what happened on J6. Okay? So this is what you guys are going to appreciate about this Mars retrograde. Okay? So as things are going, he always has this great block. But this time, in his blind spot, he's running out of mojo, and he knows it. He knows he's running out of steam. He totally senses that he no longer has the benefit of Pluto Capricorn to just go scorched earth. He knows something is up. And this is going to slowly move backwards. This Mars is going to go back 29, 28, 27. Donald has never been in a place of leadership, like on the world stage, where he's had to deal with a backwards moving Mars to hit his Venus. The Saturn there is not there to protect Venus and his secrets. Do you hear what I'm saying? He is going to get clobbered in his blind spot, and it's going to reverse back over, and then it's going to hit his Saturn. So there's a bunch of stuff that he's not going to be able to hold together, and it's going to burst wide open. And then in mid-February, Mars will be 17 Cancer, and it will be moving forward again ever so slowly and knock him back this way. This is a very painful, very difficult Mars retrograde for Donholios. Do you guys get that? I want to get some cards. Yeah, that can opener eclipse. What day is that going to click? I don't know. My ephemeris. When does Mars retrograde? Mars retrograde. Okay, it's going to go into Cancer January 6th. And it's going to be getting collecting. January 17th, it hits 25 degrees. January 22nd, holy crap, you guys, is when it hits Saturn. And this is the inauguration. Wow. So, I don't know what's going on with that inauguration. I just don't. So, I want to see tarot. We're going to do the top. How Saturn protected his Venus. And then we'll do the context. Tarot, I want to see how does his Saturn protect his Venus. Saturn protects his Venus. Okay. Now, Mars is retrograding. I need to see Mars. So Mars is going to retrograde. Show me Mars retrograding. Mars retrograding. What happens when it hits his Venus? Oh. Death? Endings? Venus? Holy crap. You guys, this feels like stillness. Like hitting a wall. This feels so empty. Oh my God, why is this so empty? And now it's at the 24-degree mark. Now it hits, guys, there is some, that just feels so blank. What's the context here of how his Saturn always protected his Venus? And what's the context here of what this Mars... The sun, the spirit, his leadership, his vitality, his being part of the highest office in the land, being a leader. So Saturn has always protected his Venus. Yes. Yeah. Okay. This deck doesn't have my yes cards. Which way does this go? It goes like this. I feel like this is supposed to be the much card in my other deck. And the much card is two people talking. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is upside down. This was part of our wound for the United States at the first Pluto Aquarius. Having to get up and take action from people who steal. So this is how it's always protected him. How he's talked with other people overseas and had success in their deals that he's making to steal stuff. Okay? And he was always protected with the Saturn, the moon. Look at that. It's like this is a barrier. What you can't get behind this barrier, these two towers. And these are other, this has always been like the Russia-China card. So he's like the only one, this crab, scorpion, that can go through, okay? He is protected by these gates. And because he's doing business with his Venus, here we go. There's the Six of Swords. To transmit things, whether they're people or information, but for stealing. This is what it does. It always protects him in theft. The context of this is the North Node. This is POTUS wanting a new world order. My God, you guys, do you see this? Hi, Electra. It's okay. Okay. So now we have Mars retrograde that is backing up and clobbering his Venus-Saturn from, he's never had to deal with a Mars attack like this ever. So this is Mars retrograde. That is, he's not getting support from people. There is no one out there saving him. And these are also the people who've agreed to overturn the US in a coup. So that's like his campaign, those people, and he's not getting support. What do we have underneath here? Temperance. Dealing with the law. There's information coming with the retrograde, the forward motion, but taking all of the information in. I'm getting from abroad, at home. I'm getting NATO in this. It's like the whole world taking everything that we know. Jeez. I'm sorry, I need a tissue. Okay. Mars is retrograding. This was hitting his Venus, that space in between in his Saturn where this just felt empty. The context of this is increase. Something is increasing. Now, he doesn't have support. And something is increasing in what we know around the world about him. So Mars is retrograding. It's hitting his Venus. Page of Cups, reversed. Are these his kids? Are these like his J6ers? These are all like his back channels. All those people, it's like everything is exposed. It's very lonely feeling, his Venus. Those were his assets and those helping him. Challenge. Oh boy, Nine of Pentacles is his security and comfort. This is challenging also his endurance. It's challenging his boundaries. It's challenging his ability with his Ten of Pentacles with, his dynasty. And it's challenging, oh my God, the Five of Cups. I feel like he's drowning. These are his, his negotiations abroad, how he always is able to steal stuff. He's having a lot of challenge and help outside of Mar-a-Lago. Outside of Mar-a-Lago, he's like just so isolated. This is Mars and Scorpio. It is really tearing that down. What about Five of Cups for the body? It just feels like watery and just kind of like disintegrating. Kind of like, like the lipids around a cell, how they just kind of, they're made of fat, but they kind of, they can dissolve, and the cell loses its structure. Neptune is going direct. Neptune rules over oils and fats. And this Saturn-Neptune now going direct, it is just, his sun and moon has been caught in this window, which is very hard on the physical body. It's very hard in developing like weird diseases. And when these two were going direct last summer, we could really see him degenerating and slurring and accelerating of that dementia. Holy crap. How are you guys? I did not discuss Trump in Italy this Saturday. What is this? I'm not there yet. Okay, so now this is hitting the space in between his Venus and his Saturn. Like I was saying, he's getting hit from behind. The Five of Pentacles. This has been how he's kept people out. This space of his inners. The people where he is making these deals, The can opener eclipse opened that. The Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, getting rid of Naazzzzziis, opened up. This is like his exclusivity. These people, are you in or are you out? I just got, is this a church? Is that a church? I feel like, they're keeping him undercover, you guys. I mean, I don't see him talking. He's always putting Elon out there. He has not been in the spotlight like during the campaign. Now, this is his Saturn. This Mars is retrograding, hitting against Saturn, and it's Six of Cups, going back to the past children. There's that Six of Swords. Oh, you guys, we're finding out all about the criminality, the Eight of Swords, the torture, the nightmare. Oh my God, we're finding out all of it. We're finding out all of it. We're finding out all of it. Why? Why? You guys, it just feels like death too. Why does this feel like death? Why does this feel like death? Related to Donald. Why does this just feel like death? It's the end. There's something so endedness with him. Why does this feel like death? Why does Donholios feel like death? The Queen of Wands. A nation. What's covering Donald? The Three of Pentacles reversed. The plan is out. What's his challenge? Why does he feel like death? Because he can't get his coup going. The Fool, the challenge, like the new nation that he wanted, feels like death because what's at the bottom? Why does this feel like death about him? This is like Page of Swords. Who is this? Why does he feel like... This feels like youthfulness, vitality is gone. And scared, terrified. That's a foundation. What's crowning him? This feels like death. Instability. There's so much instability around him. So much instability. He does not have a grip because in the past... Two of Wands set out to do. He set out to have a coup in the U.S., but this feels like death because it's leading to... You guys, Sun reversed. This was him as a leader. Remember in the past, Saturn and Venus always protecting his deals and whatnot. But this is not him as a leader. And this is not with him with the vitality of sun shining and leadership. Further out, what does this have to do with? I can't get this card. It's the Knight of Wands. I can't get this. Trying to take action. There's nobody's there to help. Why can't I do this? This card just wants to stay here. He's not going to get help from above. How do we see Donald? This feels like death. The Devil. The Devil has come home to roost. This is Donald talking to himself. The Devil. How is he talking with people? Can he even talk? Something going on with timing. What's Donald's? You guys, this just doesn't... His hope is that he'll make it. He fears. What is he feeling? Fear. The Four of Wands. He's fearing the Four of Wands. I think he's fearing that he's not going to make it to the White House. What happens next? The Hermit reversed. All this stuff is coming out. All the stuff, all the government, everything's coming out. Final outcome for Donholios. Guys, he is done. The King of Swords is coming for him. Magic 3, 4. Darn. So this Queen of Wands, the new nation he also wanted to create, you know, as his own monarchy. But the law is, I've got Jack Smith on this too. You guys, what do you think about that? This is great. Death of his stamina, he so bragged about. Exactly, that is, he feels so deflated. That's what this Mars in Saturn, Mars retrograde is doing and backing up on his prized Venus-Saturn conjunction that has protected him and benefited him his entire life. Staring the devil in the eye. Jack Smith report. And Canada Foreign Intel. Oh, I did. Kelly C. Shelley. I did not know about the Canadian Intel report. Does it have to do with, you know, when PM Trudeau testified about who Russia was paying? Does that have to do with that? Did I get all these? Looks like prison. Elon is dragging Trump around like a... I know. And you know what? Donholios needs him because he can't remember what he's doing. And Elonia is the one that's the back channel talking with Putz all the time. It's so bad. Would be a good reason to go to France so he could begin his escape. Isn't France one of those countries where you can't travel to if you're like a convicted felon? Like, how is he getting out? Oops, that's the wrong deck. Oop. Oop. Did I get all those? I was putting those in the wrong deck. Okay. Oh, boy. Boy, we have been going. That's been like an hour and a half. What is this? Jupiter-Pluto? Evidence. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you guys, I covered everything. I can't believe it. That was a lot of stuff to cover. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to cover because we're just going to let the cosmos take care of it. Now, the last thing is we need an oracle card for our quiet like the forest. You know, grab your ice pack. Your ice pack will help you chill out, like I was saying before. You put that on your head when you're stressed out on your forehead. It activates a physiological reaction with cold that your body just relaxes, okay? So everybody, let's come into our little forest. We're safe amongst the trees. Think of your favorite tree, your favorite setting any time of year, and just that tree, you're backed up to it. It feels like an old friend. I swear I've named some of my trees. I have this one tree in front that he's hilarious. He just has this very funny personality. And so the trees, they have the same wavelength as our healthy brains. That's another reason to get back in your forest. Okay? And to get quiet like the forest. It will and to get out of an information war, talk about just being able to stand by a tree and have you put your hands on the tree and that will just start resonating through your body up and down. It'll ground you and you can just be quiet. I hope you guys go find a tree. Okay? Now, quiet like the forest when things are crazy. This is our touchstone. You're welcome, Joe G. My white birch lady at the pond and her two friends. I love that. Willows, they bend, but they don't break. I love that. So, you're quiet like the forest. Don't you already feel a little bit lighter? A little bit more relieved? Like someone's taken care of this. You feel more integrated. You feel safe. Okay? We need these safe spaces. Ooh. Murgoat just says, I have not seen my Murgoats in so long. Yes, this is what we need to continue. A sense for this community, safe in the forest, and as citizens of the world, Guardian angel, you guys, you are not alone. We are not alone. We have not been forsaken. We have not been forgotten. In all this craziness, and it feels like we're alone, we have not been forgotten. You're not alone. Quiet like the forest. Let me read this to you guys. Our forests have noisy blue jays and magpies and cubs. Okay, so just delete them, erase them. I love this box. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places, especially with this Pluto Aquarius. Okay? Guardian angel, where are you? I've never picked this one before, I don't think. Look how pretty that is. Guardian angel. Okay, the message. Quiet like the forest. This is where you connect with these messages. Watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they're working hard to guide you. And when I read that, I just got our forefathers. All of our ancestors, our past presidents. They're all here. Oh my gosh. The Guardian Angel card shows the white feather that has become known as the Guardian Angel's business card. Whenever a white feather appears in your life and or this card appears in a reading, it's a message to say, your guardian angel and ancestor guides are particularly close at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you have asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is divine intervention in the works. You guys, we got this. Everyone has a guardian angel who's been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, first, ask for it. Then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. So get out there to your trees. Ask for the support. And receive it and trust it. That's all you have to do, okay? So, that is that. Whew! What a session. I feel so much better. I feel so good. I feel like we're right on track. It is going to be a crazy couple months here, you guys. Stay in your space, okay? Do you guys have any questions? Julia, I see Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg watching us and calling us. I can feel that. Oh, Rosie took a deep, long breath. Yes. Okay. So, that is it. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I'm glad we got to powwow. I could feel the asking for this and knowing that I had information to share with you guys. Please like this. Please subscribe. Please share. Please watch. Please watch it a couple times so I can get my hours in. It was so lovely to see you guys. When I go live, I will be posting some more. I will still try to do the recaps. I know I have more things that I have to post for you guys, but one thing at a time. This was wonderful. Thank you, Marie. Did I figure out why Trump is going to France? When is he going to France? When is he going to France? We just make this. Why is he going to France? This is revert. What? This is usually shock and awe. I think he knows there is something planned. I think he's trying to get on top of it. Who is he meeting in France? France? Why are you? is the Putzholio card, Trump Russia. He's going there to keep something under wraps because of Putz. That's the only reason why he does anything. Jeez Louise. Donald, what does this mean? Some sort of surprise? Oh, because Putz is expecting a surprise. This is the secret. The secret with the Russia. Oh my God, the Queen of Wands reversed. I don't think he thinks this coup is going to go through. He's meeting someone in France. I don't know who he's meeting. Person in France. Who is he meeting with? Oh, the Notre Dame opening. I know, but he's going to... But that's just cover because he's meeting someone else. Why is he going to the Notre Dame open? Oh my gosh, he doesn't... Because Aries, I am. It's nothing to do... Okay, so that's maybe the spiritual piece of it. Being at a church. But because I am going to have a coup, things are not working out. He's going to go talk to someone there. And this person, Putzholio, Putz is saying, is going to get the message to him. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Things aren't going too well. And Donholios is like, Ace of Pentacles. Trying to get that money to him. Trying to get those assets to him. I think they're worried about their plan because whatever Ruta said to him, he knows something is up. How does Putz relate to Donholios there? The Emperor, he wants him to be the Emperor Dictator. Donholios like, I relate to Putz because the Page of Swords reversed. That was the reason why things were not feeling good for him with the Mars retrograde. He can't get a back channel going. He has to do this in person. This is kind of like the same reason why he had to have those love letters with KJU. Notice he does not talk about him at all since he was dead, not dead. That's the heart of the matter between these a-holios. The Ace of Swords, victory, and op. What's the challenge? Challenge to this victory. Is the investment, and I just got weapons. I think Russia is broke, the ruble's falling. Another reason with that Jupiter-Pluto and Pluto and Aquarius thing. Putz needs some propping up. Donholios trying to figure out how to do that. That's what's going on, okay? So, that's it, you guys. We're done. You got your question in, love Mother Earth. Okay, you guys have a great evening. We'll talk to you soon. I will get the synopsis, the recap. Oh, wrong deck again. Recap going again, and I'm going to figure out my cards. Okay, have a great evening. Bye, you guys.